Today is September 9th, and the Yankees lost 2 out of 3 to the Blue Jays, but they won the last game. Young Davey won our hearts. Let's do it. Let's talk Yanks.
Talking Yanks with old Jomboy Jake. Recaps galore and weekly awards. Stat lines, steaming hot takes. Get your Yankees news with these two fine babes. It's time for Talking Yanks. Talking Yanks with old Jomboy Jake. Talking Yanks with old Jomboy Jake.
Hello and welcome to Talkin' Yanks. Thank you very much for clicking play and hanging out with us today. We appreciate you as much as you appreciate the Yankees finally winning a game. My name's Jimmy. I'm sitting next to Jake, and we got producer BBD behind the dish. Coming to you live from the Roosevelt Studios in the Bronx. That's rsvlts.com. And Jake, they lost the series, but they won the podcast app. So we played the music. We're going in the right direction. I'm unfazed because I told you this was going to happen. I told you they were going to lose the first two, win the third one.
Yeah, this series locked up.
How are you doing?
I'm great, man. I'm fantastic. The Yankees are 1,000% back. Top team in the AL. No. I'm doing great, man. I mean, you know, Brian Cashman actually gave me a speech before I came out here. He said, Jake, I get it. Short. Not traditionally good looking.
That's what he said to you?
Yeah, that was it.
So,
that was it. So I was kind of like, dude.
I was waiting for a
what the hell, man?
Yeah.
Cash. Give me a little more than that. But no, man, it's hard for me not to have some of the crazy thoughts.
It was just short, traditionally not good looking. But he moved on to the next guy?
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah, it was tough. Finger in the chest. That was it. So I'm good, man. I mean, Davey, I think we're going to be talking a lot about him. My guy Happer, again, my fake belief is in this weird I don't know world, but he deserves to get a lot of love this episode. And, you know, we saw a lot of baby steps along the way. The Yanks get yelled at after the first game. Oh, my God, the first game. And then, yeah, man, I don't know. You know, you said it during some of the pregame shows and stuff. That second game, even though they lost, was a step in the right. It was a better brand of baseball.
Each game was a step in the right direction.
The hitting still wasn't there, but it was a good brand. And then today, we kind of saw, you know, 90% of what it should kind of look like when it's right. So we saw a starter go to the good bullpen, and it worked. We saw the lineup push across some runs, even some insurance runs. So, yeah, man, and we head home where, you know, not the Jakey Butterknife too early, but still
where the Buffalo roam.
14-5 at the stadium this year, which is pretty good. And we're hosting the O's for 4 and then the Rays for 3. So, and then Boston after that. So I'm starting to get giddy.
You're giddy. One win gets you full giddy?
I'm not full giddy. Like, I'm not the Yanks are back to where I think they should be. I do think the Yanks are going to go on a run. I think it started tonight. And I think at home, Orioles, Jays, and then the Red Sox. I mean, that's 10 games. Like, I'm in the 8-2 range.
Okay.
I think Michael Kay comes on the broadcast as we head to the Boston road trip. And he goes, you know, it took a night for Cashman's speech to give in, but now these Yankees have been 8-2 since then, and they're on the way to play the Boston Red Sox, who would love to spoil their season. Let's do it. Here in the pack.
Here in the Bronx.
In the pack Bronx. You're going to Boston. So, how are you doing?
I'm all right.
You're good.
Unfazed. I bottomed out before this series.
Do we want to talk cave stuff or no?
The cave stuff?
The cave analogy.
Oh, yeah. If you liked it.
Allegory of the cave.
My analogies have been pretty good. I don't plan them at all.
No.
They come mid-video.
Sure.
And I think I'm 2 for 2 with some good ones.
What was the other one?
That
I like the cave.
today I said, I'm not hooked, but the line is in the water and I see it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not giving you a ton of love for that one. I like the cave. Cashman, man. He came out with like 15 of those after his speech.
He only talks in weird metaphors. It's like Scott Boras, Brian Cashman.
Yeah, he's
like,
kind
what are they
of
going to say?
He's starting to push the limits even more.
Yeah.
Which I like. Get weird.
Yeah, everyone kept saying they're rock bottom, but the Yankees just kept finding more and more caverns of the cave.
Monday was rock bottom. 10-run inning.
See, you came in, you were like a defeated man. Tuesday morning. Like you're waking Jake, you were...
I was rock bottom.
Yeah. I had hit...
We found rock bottom.
I had already... My mood didn't change because of that inning.
Well, you
because
had to keep digging.
I already hit rock bottom personally. I mean, that inning... I told you in the pregame show, there's no way they were winning that game.
Yeah, but you didn't say they were going to give up 10 runs in one inning.
No,
with
no.
with
But
two of
I had
their
no
dudes
faith.
doing it.
I had no faith when it was going on.
Yeah.
So
No, I mean, I think you're going to hear droopy shoulders a lot this episode.
keep your shoulders up.
Jimmy's new scouting report.
I'm serious about
I
that.
very much
I actually
know
do
that.
think it is a scouting, like body language is
Yeah,
part of scouting reports.
absolutely.
I just think the Yankees are terrible at it.
Yeah. A couple Yanks.
Yeah. So they need to fix that. Davey,
Cut.
droopless.
Can't droop. Too short.
Yeah. Davey's awesome. You want to go into some burns? Get
Davey's
talking?
pretty cool. I guess so. Is there any injury stuff? Did we get...
No one got injured?
No one
So
got
there's
injured.
another awesome
so
step in
there's
the
some
right
claps.
direction.
Oh, Davey was looking at a finger at the end of his start. Do we know what that was?
I think he
Maybe
grew
a
a
blister.
sixth.
Maybe he grew a sixth finger. Do we have the latest? Judge was running in different directions, I think was the most recent update. And sixth finger sounds just as serious as that
What does that mean?
update.
He was running backwards and forwards?
Like he wasn't just running straight lines.
Like they practice changing directions, I think is what that means.
So do with that what you will. So bizarre.
I found the report from our good friend Max Goodman.
Yeah.
Here's your daily Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton update. This was from 5 hours ago. Stanton ran the bases again today at Yankee Stadium for the third day in a row.
Bang.
Judge is out. Judge is out doing change of direction running today as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
I think these guys are both ready. I think they're waiting for the next Toronto series. Unless they now want to build on this one win
Right.
and in the homestand surprise us tomorrow with a Stanton or Judge, or surprise us.
Ooh, that would be a nice little trick up Cashman's
I could
sleeve,
see. I could see a
Saturday. I could see
like a
something like
Saturday
that.
surprise
Ooh.
return for one of these dudes.
A little spike. Interested.
Because
Yeah.
you have Gio getting activated for next Tuesday.
Right.
He can't get activated before the 10-day window, right?
Right.
So if you don't want to do both guys on the same day,
Yeah.
and if these guys are ready, I mean, they're fucking ready.
You'd like to think so. I mean, they're premier athletes and they're doing stuff. And you wonder, Boone and now everyone's coming out with the quotes that like, hey, we can't be dicking around. And it's like, yeah, that's what we've been hoping for a little bit now. You do wonder, Brett Gardner barreled a couple balls today. Do they kind of use the rest of this weekend to get those guys fully healthy and see if Brett Gardner can be a usable piece if they need him?
Yeah.
So we'll see what's
I have
going
a question
on with
for
that.
you.
Please.
When's the last time you've done change of direction running?
Change of direction running? God, I feel like one of the quarantine days I did some weird running drills in the park by myself.
The basketball hoops, are you doing change of direction running?
I guess so, yeah.
It's not just you're just running straight
No,
layup,
I don't
running
just
back
run
layup,
and
running
do
straight.
straight layups, yeah.
Okay.
It would probably look better if I did, if I'm being completely
On the
honest.
way back up the street towards my apartment, Mac likes to run,
Yeah.
and it's straight uphill. And it's the only way. Well, he doesn't like to run. It's either he sits his ass on the ground and I
Right.
just have to look at him, or we run together.
Right.
So I do a sprint home
Sure.
all the way up the block,
Right.
but it's not change of direction.
No,
so
you don't hit the turn.
It's just straight. It's uphill though, but no.
You should try hitting the turn.
No.
You had your opening day, like, round.
Oh, yeah. That video in the office
To
where
the
I
pizza?
cut up the stairs.
I
yeah.
don't think we call that running. It was like 20 steps and 2 feet.
It's agility of the umpteenth
High
degree.
knees. You were doing a high knees drill.
I was being athletic. Is what
Change
I was.
directions,
I'm fine
didn't
with
he?
that.
Change of direction.
I'm fine with that.
Running.
I don't know about the running. Athletic changing
Do
of
it
directions.
faster. Do it faster.
Oh, no, I don't think anyone can do.
Get the
I
clock.
don't think anyone can run in that 10-step area. You know. Okay. Anyway. The Yankees are having a disco party.
Yeah.
Can we listen to Boone real quick? It's only...
You tell me, Poppy.
oh, here's the report on Davey. No, here. It's only... what the hell? I just had it up.
Ooh.
Here it is.
Haven't heard music playing like that in the background in a while. It's a good feeling just to get out of there with a W.
Yeah, no question. It's like a discotheque in there right now.
I thought we were going to get more than that, but...
Okay.
How about him dropping discotheque?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when you party in South America like me and Booney do, you got to hit up the discoteca.
Welcome to the jungle. That's the discotheque I went to in Napoli.
The discoteca. Yeah, and again, I mean, fleeting emotions of baseball. How, let's say that the Yanks look like they have the past 2 weeks. People are going to look back at discotheque night, and that's going to become a joke. So we're still going to be riding the emotions of baseball. I don't know, man. You just tell me.
Orioles just lost their lead, so they're not coming for us anymore.
Ooh, the wheels on the bus go round and round
Are
and fall
falling
off.
off.
And the kids are screaming. They're
And
filled
the bus
with
driver's
terror.
passed out.
Oh
He
my
rode
God,
into a
he's
ditch.
Drunk. So, yeah, we'll see. I
All
mean,
right.
Garrett Cole tomorrow. We'll get there. First, we got to recap what was, you know? Do you
Is
know
the
what
volume on? Oh, it's on me. It's my end. It's my fault. It's my fault.
it's on you, everyone's thinking.
Okay, here we go. Game 1. Yankees at Blue Jays. Jake, can you burn it for us? Burn, Jakey, burn.
We're playing 3 in Buffalo, New York, 2020. LOL. Jordan Belfort, Montgomery, and the Yanks try to fraud their way to a win versus defending NL ERA champ Hyun-Jin Ryu and the baby Blue Jays. Top 1. We're going back to back, or belly to belly. King Louis V and Hicks to the sticks. 2-0 Yanks, but Rowdy Tellez and Espinal RBIs tie it up immediately. But these Yanks are ready to do it. Miggy Yabo clean with the 2 RBI double and a Hicks pimped RBI walk. It's 6-2 Yanks. Monty was laboring, but with the lead, the Yankees give it to their pen. Holder holds, but their rested pen would rest in peace. My word, perfect 10. Maybe they'll think it's a bowling magazine. And an inning that'll be remembered in Yankees infamy. 10 runs in the 6th. Chad and Otto get abused like a rest stop toilet. Pain is weakness leaving the body, and the body is emptied. Yanks lose 12-7 final.
What are you doing in rest stop toilets?
I think what everybody's doing in rest stop toilets.
Little foot underneath, wiggle to the guy on your left,
Girl.
slide open the door, throw the toilet paper over the wall.
How
Thomas
often?
Edison?
How often in your life do you think?
No, it's the Vince Lombardi rest stop.
How often in your life do you think you've thrown something into my stall when I've been using a bathroom?
I mean, don't ask personal questions in the middle of the show.
Just give a round number to the
BBD, how many
listeners.
times do you think I've thrown something at Jake? Okay, but here's the thing you need to know.
You're backpedaling.
Jake has PTSD about getting things thrown at him while he's on the toilet from an incident in high school.
Yeah.
So obviously I wouldn't abuse that.
Yeah.
I would guess
I'll put the over-under at 20.
Okay, I was going to say it's more than you have fingers.
Yeah.
Oh, easily, yeah.
Big time.
We lived together for like 5
I mean,
years.
there's like weeks.
Yeah.
I think the over hit on that. So.
I get that from my father, though.
I'll have to ask Chris about that then.
Well, he was showered, though, not pooping.
Right.
If I was in the shower and my dad walked past the shower when I was a little kid,
Yeah.
there was going to be a cup of water thrown
Coming
over
in.
the shower curtain onto me, without a doubt.
Big time.
Jake doesn't like that either.
I don't like that either.
Yeah.
Affirmative.
Yeah. So what happened when you were the PTSD? You were sitting on the toilet, someone was just throwing paper towels at you?
Yeah, I forget. I think I got like ambushed.
Yeah.
And then I got in trouble. I think it was a track practice, whatever. It's good times.
Okay. Terrible inning. Do we want to talk about like the offense was good, the management was good, like handing the lead to Chad and Otto. He could have taken Chad and Otto out much faster, but at that point, you let Otto sit in
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah.
You let him swirl around.
Training
it.
a dog.
Yeah.
Training a dog.
You almost take the poop and you shove it back up the dog's butt, and you're like, deal with that.
Yeah, a
You
couple
did it.
things here. I mean, not to poo-poo your theory at all, because your theory for this series was perfect, but Voit and Hicks coming out with homers. Voit, who's been carrying the offense for a while. Hicks, who played with some hair on fire this series, which was kind of cool to see. We both like that. You're like, okay, maybe we are going to see a little bit of a different tune. We got the lineup we wanted this day, so it was like, okay, is that going to mean something? Mm-hmm. And then Monty, the wheels kind of fell off for him. We knocked around Ryu, who was having a really good year.
Yeah.
I mean, after we put up a 5 spot in him in 5 innings, he finished with a 3.19 ERA. The only thing I'll say that during this TFA things fall apart part of our season, we had the opportunity to go further. I think we had the bases loaded twice with Andujar and with Clint to potentially make it, instead of a 4-run game, you could make it like a 7-run game. And then, hey, in theory, the 10 inning wouldn't happen, but in theory, maybe it does too, and it gets even worse. So, yeah, man, just tough to see. Chad, I think one of those first 3-2 walks was a close call. If that goes the other way, who knows how the baseball gods treat us, but they didn't. And then, I mean, TFA to one of the biggest degrees I've seen on a professional baseball field.
Yeah, error by Voit didn't help.
Yeah.
That was a weird battle with Rowdy. And then
Minor just out of Tyro's reach at second, and then you start doing the
then Vladdy steals, and it's over.
Yeah, I was doing the clogging the leaky wall analogy again, and like you look at Tyro at second, and the ball's just out of reach, and I'm like, that's DJ, or hell, that's even Tyler half the time now. So, yeah, man. I mean, it was as long as an inning as I've watched in a long time.
Bad. I didn't watch all of it because as soon as Vladdy stole,
Yeah.
like I didn't see the grand slam. As soon as
Oh, boy.
I think as soon as Vladdy stole, then Lourdes Gurriel got the hit. I had been asked to take Mac for a walk.
Yeah.
I was like,
It
well, I'll
time,
just do this now.
It was errand time. The
Yeah,
game
yeah.
became errand time.
It's like, babe, do you need me to do the dishes?
I put some clothes away.
You need me to do anything for you? I got time. I did come home and I recorded it though because I make the GIFs and stuff. So I did go back and watch everything.
Rewatch.
But then I could watch at my own speed. You know,
Yeah.
I don't have to sit through that slog.
I mean, again, and so you say the offense was good, and it. I mean, it was. They finished with a 7 spot. You know, they put 6 up through 6, and then they get one late. But still, like, the offense necessarily wasn't clean. They left 9 on base. They were 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position. I know, you can't expect.
They scored 7 runs, and I think 7 out of the 9 guys got a hit. So if they win that game, we are applauding the offense, even though they left guys on base.
We're saying it's good, but there's still. I think we'd still be saying like there was room. I think we'd be saying nice performance by the offense, but you're still 1 for 6. You still left 9.
If we were in the
base,
middle of like
you
a
know?
normal stretch, I think so.
Yeah.
But this team, like I was telling you on pregame shows, they're not going to have. They need to have, a clean loss.
Yeah.
Before they get a clean win. Don't expect them to. Like, the standards are low right now.
Yeah.
I'll take 7 runs if that means we leave 12 on base.
Ottavino's
I'll take it.
final line, if you didn't watch, 0.0 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 walks, 6 earned runs.
We'll talk about him later.
Yeah. Talk about him a little later.
Talk about him later. Game 2?
Game 2.
On your mark. Get set. Burn.
Game 2, the Swedish doctor, Jay Happ, looks to dice up the Jays versus newly acquired trade piece. What's that feel like? Taiwan Walker and Walkie Wood. 5 base on balls through 4 innings, but with the Yankees scoring less than me in high school, they can't push one across the dish. Both me and them were tough to watch. Jay Happ, like a proper party host, goes nuts out. Ballsy performance by Happer. His only mistake, a 2-run homer to Blue Jays 6th outfielder Jonathan Davis. Woof. Yanks, with the bases loaded and no outs, push one across on a Talkman sac fly. But that's it. The final 10 hitters go down for the Yanks. They lose 2-1 final.
Now, when you say like a proper party host has his nuts out, you mean a dish of nuts?
A proper party host goes nuts out.
Serving nuts.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Because I've seen you. Okay.
I've seen you.
I've seen you. Okay.
Okay.
You've seen BB Diaz. Okay. Okay. Good burn, Jake.
It was a burn.
Pitching was good. Offense was bad.
Genuinely one bad pitch by Jay Happ to...
Happ now has 2 of the top 5 starts by Yankees this season. And Davey has 2 and Cole has 1.
Yeah. Happer looked great, man. He left one fastball in the middle. Guy got it, and that was the difference. And this was...
Now, I have a question for you.
Okay.
They let Happ go.
Yeah.
They let Davey go. Is that proof that they care more about the Blue Jays series than the Baltimore series? Or is it that they realized the starting pitchers are better than our middle relievers, even if they're out of gas? Or what's the deal? Because there's been a change in the last couple games where they're actually letting starters go that extra inning that we haven't seen them let starters go.
I think there's a couple things going on here. I mean, with Jay Happ, I think it originally goes back to the Cashman quotes. I genuinely do think that was part of it, and I know you were on that train. Which train? Then from there, man, I think it turns into kind of what we've been saying about the Yankees. Like, guys, I don't think you can pretend like you guys have this freak show final 4-inning bullpen, because you don't right now. And if Jay Happ is looking that good, guess what? He's stretched out. He looked really good. And then, I mean, I think where it goes to Jay Happ and him putting his nuts out there is coming out
Like a good party host.
like a good party host. He comes out for that one lefty batter.
Macadamians, cashews, the good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you just have some nuts out.
I don't like that party mix.
I don't
like
really
the
care.
pub mix where like crystallized peanuts with the pretzels and the Cheez-Its. That stuff's kind of like, let's be a little classier than that.
Happ comes out. He gets Joe Panic.
Sure.
Bottom of the 7th because he's a lefty, which makes Mike King's job easier. Like that Happ moment was almost a turning of the page of something goes wrong and then the wheels fall apart to something goes right, which allows Mike King to be in a better opportunity. Instead of him having to come in and face the lefty, he comes in versus a righty, just throw that damn wicked two-seamer.
Now, they did this. Do you remember? They did this at Yankee Stadium where Happ faced the last lefty, and then he came out and Otto came in and gave the home run off the foul pole.
Yes.
It seems like Happ and Boone have at least been on the same page where this time and that time, and they said it in their post games. Like, no, that was the plan. Like, I was just going to get that last batter.
Yeah.
And then I was done. Like, they weren't going to put, like, I knew it. So I like that they're seeming to communicate that.
Pitch 113 from Happ.
Yeah.
And there's the Gary drop pop-up, which you thought that was going to be the thing fall apart moment. And led to I think that was a long at-bat with Cavan, which potentially lost Hap some batters, but he fought back in that. So Hap did the damn thing. King and Britton both looked nice out of the bullpen. And then, yeah, man, I mean, it was just the Yanks, again, offense. 10 left on base, 0 for 7. Runners in scoring position. You really can't win baseball games that way. With a minor shout-out to Dolis from the Jays pen. He's nasty. That was my first time watching him pitch. Kay and Cole, old friend AJ Cole, came out before that. Had a nice performance. But
searched.
If you're going to get someone, it's got to be those guys. Apparently, Dolis is good.
I searched my Twitter for tweets about Cole from back when he was on the Yankees.
You guys had a love-hate thing going on, minus all of the love.
It was like a different...
Yeah.
I was in the weeds with people.
Yeah.
Like 10 replies deep. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Better for my mental health.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, man, Cole. We have a Clint soundbite that I want to listen to.
Sure.
Describe how different the vibe is in the clubhouse post-game than it was the last couple of days.
It's really loud right now. You know, I think they're actually about to turn the music down because it's so loud, but it's everyone's excited. You know, we've wanted this moment the last couple of days, and to get it tonight, we're definitely celebrating it and going to try to carry it over to tomorrow.
You just
Cool.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a positive update.
Hell yeah. Update.
We'll sprinkle them throughout.
Did you notice his shirt in that video?
Yeah, because it's Nike. Like, all cut up. They all, like, Otto does that too. They cut off the Nike that's right here, like yours,
We're going to have to do
Makes
that
sense.
to you.
because they're not Nike guys. Yeah, we asked Lindsay. I asked like Lindsay Adler that on Twitter last year, and she was like, "That's a good question." Then someone responded, "It's because they're not represented by Nike, so they cut it off." It looks so uncomfortable.
They go like all the way around with it.
Yeah.
Just cut that.
Swag.
People are tweeting about it.
And this was also, I mean, the other note from this game is it's kind of lineup gate, man.
Oh yeah. Talk about that now.
Yeah, they, if you didn't see, I mentioned this in the first game. We were happy about the lineup. And by the way, they scored 7 runs, which, again, compared to what they have been doing. They slid Andujar down, who had been easily the hottest hitter on the team. And they had Talkin and Gary ahead of him with Tyler Wade after him, which was clearly a move to try to break up the bad hitters on the Yankees. Talkin came up in a couple huge situations, and there's just nothing he can do right now. And that was a frustrating moment for me because that was baseball happens. You go through tough streaks. I mean, again, a 10-run inning with 2 like high-caliber relievers. The Yankees did this to themselves. Like, I hope the geeks, like, for everything the players and whatever dark thoughts Otto had when he was looking in his Buffalo hotel mirror late at night, like, I hope the geeks did the same thing after this game because they tried to overthink again, and they just ended up looking like assholes. And we're not lineup guys.
I'm all for putting your best hitter second instead of third.
Sure.
I get it. Everything else the Yankees try to do, they're trying to reinvent the lineup. And stupid. Rotating 3-hole hitters nonstop.
Yeah.
Rotating 5, 6, 7 hitters nonstop. Putting one of your better bats 8 because you don't want the 7, 8, 9 to be just 1, 2, 3, and then no one's cleaning up. It's just they're just straight overthinking it.
Yeah.
And they know it because they made the change the next game.
Yeah.
The very next game, it was the same
Which good.
Personnel, right?
Good. If you're gonna do that stuff, don't try to die on that hill because you shouldn't. And I again, for the effort the effort Hap gave in this game, that's a slap in the face to him that you would do that to the lineup.
And I mean, Cashman gave the whole speech before this
In
game.
a game that Tyler Wade walked twice.
Taiwan was walking everyone.
And that's fine, and you are right. They don't, if Taiwan had 5 walks, maybe it's 2.5 go to Taiwan. Maybe it's 3 go to Taiwan and 2 go to the Yankees hitters. But That's the point.
They also pinch hit. They also pinch hit
God.
Ford for
Yeah.
Wade, who had 2 walks, and can also like bunt. Or when he gets on base, he's got a weapon there, and Ford's just awful right now, all season. And Gardy could have pinch hit as well.
Yeah, you and BBD saw me react to that because I hadn't even processed that. And I was
The
like,
pinch
my
hitting,
God.
Ford needs to not be. I mean, you know what? As soon as Stan comes back or Judge comes back, and maybe it is a surprise.
Yeah.
Baltimore comeback, or maybe it's Toronto.
Yeah.
Before the Toronto series, Ford's gone, so I'm not going to get my panties in a bunch about it. But
Wish you would.
no, Jake, I don't want to.
Okay.
Okay,
Hicks stealing second and then thrown out at third. That was a moment.
whatever.
Yeah.
I like everything Hicks was bringing to the table.
Yeah.
He even tried to gun a guy down at home, which he hasn't done in a while.
Yeah.
So that's good. Does Ford have options? Yeah, he's got to have a lot. He got called up last year for first time. So that's one option gone. How many have? 6?
I think it's 3.
3 options, so
Yeah.
he's got 2 left. We can find that out pretty easily.
Yeah.
All right, you want to go to game 3?
Sure. Sure.
Here we go. Burn. Jakey. Burn.
The D, the E, the I, the V, the I, the G. It's Davey. Davey Garcia and the Pinstripes try to stop the bleeding versus thick boy vet Tanner Rurd. Haven't been out since the quarantine. How about a Glaber bomb? Baby Glaby, home run, 1-0. But oh, it's deja vu all over again. 2-1 Jays after point guard Derek Fisher hits a 2-run bomb. But that's all Davey would give up. 7 innings pitched, 2 earned run, 6 Ks for the Dominican daddy. Would the offense come to life? Slap my ass and call me Frankenstein? They would. DJ 26 with another one. Solo dong. Linwood, always up to no good. Voit RBI single. Gracias de Caracas. Glaber with the RBI single. And in the 9th, El Rojo and Torres again add the insurance runs. Britton and Chapman hold. What the F? Yanks win 7-2. Salvage the final game of the series.
No sweep.
No sweep.
How sweep
just
it is
what
to
you're
not be sweep. They don't fall
thinking.
below 500.
Don't fall below 500.
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good game right there. Are we calling that a complete, clean game?
I mean, Davey dropped some serious dick. The bullpen was clean. No errors, right?
1 error.
By Toronto.
Yeah, I think that's a nice, clean win.
Yeah, man.
Yemen?
3 for 8 with runners in scoring position.
That's good.
DJ LeMahieu with a steal.
That's a 375 average with runners in scoring position.
Hopefully those numbers start balancing out. The story's Davey. He went nuts. But I guess also, hey, that top 5 in the lineup. Andujar didn't have it today. But the top 5, everyone got on base. I mean, holy smokes. The top 5 in our lineup did damage. And guess what? That's because they're good baseball players.
I have something to show you.
You got something to show me?
I mean, you got to see how Davey looks in his post-game interview. You're going to like it.
I mean,
It's young Chapman plus young Gary Sanchez combined vibes.
Okay.
You're going to like that.
The mock turtleneck short sleeve.
That's...
And Jim, I was telling the people on Twitter this. Oh yeah, the Dwayne Johnson
Yep.
memer there. Yeah, I mean Davey, if you don't think Davey's gonna start tasting himself a little bit. But Jim, the important thing with Davey is the chain. It's not a long chain, short guy. So you got to have the tighter chain to not accent your height.
Okay.
It's a short guy trick.
How many times you wearing chains?
Yes.
Can we get you a turtleneck T-shirt?
Yeah. Kidding me?
We need you like that.
Done. Okay.
When's Davies' next start?
BBD, bring it up for JJR.
Yeah, we need Jake.
Amazon.
We need to get a black turtleneck T-shirt and a chain for you.
Mock turtle.
You already got the hair.
Yeah.
You already got the hair.
We know.
Yeah, and the cute face.
We know.
We can try for that. But Cashman did say you were genuinely. What did he say about you again?
That's my only thing about Cashman's speech.
I don't get it. Jake.
You haven't done this in 11 years? You just berate me? All right. I respect it.
Unconventionally.
He's the best.
Did you say unconventionally ugly? That's what he told you?
Just not
conventionally attractive, something like that?
attractive,
Yes.
something along those lines.
That was crazy. That was really mean of him.
If I were to keep myself in check, Roark's numbers have been pretty bad this year.
And they don't let him pitch at all.
And then Ross Stripling, who followed him, I think has given up like the third most homers in baseball and not as many innings.
Yeah, I mean, they have, but Ryu, they got to. So, like, I can counter that with that.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Glaby, 4 ribbies, man.
That we needed a good game out of Glaber.
Yeah.
Real bad.
Oh, sure.
Oh, sure.
Oh, sure. Oh, don't you know?
All right, and they used the bullpen. Britton looked good. Chapman looked good. Insurance runs. A lot of good stuff. Now, Glaber's shirt is awful.
No. Don't say that.
That is terrible.
Jim, I mean, you're missing it.
You like how ugly that is.
That's not a good shirt.
That's such an ugly shirt.
It takes, he's going for it in that shirt.
I don't even get it.
I guess.
Yeah. Should we move on to awards?
I think so. We're kind of moving and grooving and dancing to the music a little bit.
Okay. Reds
Yeah.
are up 3-0 in the 8th, so good job.
Just wait.
Okay. That's when they lose games, you're right. Well, speaking of awards, with football right around the corner, there's no better place to get in on all of the action than with DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. To celebrate the return of football, DraftKings is giving all users a no-brainer to start the season. Listen up, because you don't want to miss this. Have you ever heard of a football team losing by 100 points? Well, for Week 1, DraftKings is ensuring that even if Kansas City were to lose in historic fashion, you would still cash your bet. That's right, DraftKings Sportsbook has moved the spread to Kansas City plus 101 points for all users. So, even if Kansas City loses by 100 points, you will still win big with DraftKings Sportsbook. That's a no-brainer. On top of that amazing offer, DraftKings is giving away up to $100 million in prizes to all users who enter their free Football Survivor pool. All you have to do is sign up for DraftKings Sportsbook, enter their Survivor pool, and you'll instantly get a share of up to $100 million in giveaways. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code JOMBOY to take advantage of this no-brainer of an offer. That's promo code JOMBOY to get in on all of the action. For a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 years or older, New Jersey only. Other terms and conditions and restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You found it, man.
Awards.
I don't know what it is.
Yes, 2 good reads in a row out of me.
You found it, man. It's
Thank
like
you.
the Yanks.
Yeah, bit by bit, my friend.
Damn.
Brick by brick, my citizens.
Damn.
Julius Caesar.
Yes.
What the hell's the button here? Awards.
Maximus.
Jake, don't talk over the Pride of the Yankees drop.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees. Pride of the Yankees. Yeah.
People live for that drop.
Maximus.
Maximus. Pride of the Yankees.
Pride.
You get to go first.
Pride of the Yankees. Jim, I'm take it. Because I'm gonna be wearing it soon. I know what it's like to be a young, talented driller. Davy Garcia.
Oh, David, you bitch so good today.
Jim,
That's what his grandpa said to him.
we're so lost in our phones.
Yep. 10 hours of screen time for you.
10 hours, man. It's bad. Davy Garcia. Big prospect. Strikeout numbers. Youngest guy in AAA. Blah, blah, blah. Did it for a while. Come into the season. Clark Schmidt. Clark looks really good. Spin on the curveballs. Sure, Matt Blake. Give us Clark. Doesn't happen. Davey gets the call. The last we saw him, he was looking shaky, almost overwhelmed in summer camp, which didn't excite. Jim, the kid has ice in his veins. He has been lights out. He has 4 pitches. He's supposed to be known for the curveball, which is a little loopy, but it's been a little tighter. But he didn't really have it tonight. He couldn't throw it for strikes. Switch to the slider change.
Audible.
Wow, football is around the corner.
Audible.
Huh? Was that Daniel Jones?
No.
Looked like it.
Audible.
The books.
Ad, jeez.
Uh,
Wake up.
Jimbo Davies looked great. His numbers even got a little cooked by the original Clark Schmidt appearance game. Let's jump. 3-game playoff. Garrett Cole. Whew. Paid a lot of money for him. We expect him to be good. Hopefully he shows that a little more down the stretch.
Tomorrow.
Game 2. Masahiro Tanaka.
Yeah.
You don't need me to say the playoff stats.
Middle name James. Masahiro James Tanaka.
We'll talk about that later.
In some people's opinion.
Game 3.
Yeah.
I think it's Davey season. Or it's Hap with genuinely no leash and then it's straight to Davey. Which I'm fine with too. I'm almost fine with if you win game 1, Davey follows Tank. I don't know. Either way, Jim. I mean, scale of 1 to 10. How do you feel about Davey Garcia's performance with the Yankees so far? 9?
9. For a lot of reasons. Not
Okay.
just the stuff. Today was the biggest, most telling game. A good offense. Didn't have his second best pitch or his second most used pitch changed to the changeup for the changeup for lefties and the slider for righties. So made the switch, recognized it. I'm sure Gary helped him with that, but no one will ever say that. And gave up the 2-run shot to give up the lead. Didn't give a fuck and kept going. Boone had a quote about him that was like, yeah, he's something like, yeah, he's like different. Like he's not going to lose his composure or some stuff like that.
Yeah, they keep saying he's always been built this way, and a couple of those quotes were from Davey, and you're like, obviously Davey's going to say he's composed when he's on the mound. But
he said, they asked him if he felt pressure. He said, no pressure. The reason behind it is I enjoy the competition. Tough game. Tough opponent. That's what I enjoy. I don't see it as pressure. I see it as my responsibility to go out there and give us a chance. You got a dog. You got a responsibility.
yeah.
So, it's good. Good stuff. No, Boone did have a quote. I was trying to find it where he was like, yeah, he doesn't get unfathomable, what's the term?
Unfazed.
Yeah, unfazed, something like that.
So, yeah, man, I don't know, and I hopefully, again, these next few weeks are exciting. The Yankees get it on track. Unflappable.
Ooh, Boone used my word. He's just got such good feel out there and mound
Moxie.
presence and moxie. Man.
Moxie.
Mound presence and moxie.
It's your scouting report.
That's my scouting report. We the Yankees have so many pitchers throughout the last 5 years.
So yeah, man, I don't know. Again, we get the win in game 3 as Stradamus had locked up. We'll see,
Moxie
man.
and mound
Again,
presence.
hopefully this all builds up that we are coming into.
Unflappable is the word. Thank you, patrons.
We did that a second ago while you were in it. We'll see, man. I don't know. It can open up a lot of options. Does Davey Garcia start a playoff game? Does he, in the 3-game set, does he go to the pen and almost the Patrick Corbin role from last year? And he is just, they let him be as electric as they need him to be on a given day. It really opens things up. And again, it should hopefully it gets you excited for the future. The kid's 21 years old. And, Jim, if we do somehow start to build this, what would be a crazy season storybook as it comes together, I mean, a 21-year-old dynamo would be a good thing for John Sterling to be talking about.
21-year-old dynamo?
Him telling stories about when he was 21.
He doesn't remember that.
The invention of the train.
I'll tell you something. Sterling.
Sure. Did drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You read my mind there, huh?
Same.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the Niagara Falls story was hilarious. BBD killing it with Jay Sterling calls. Yeah, dude, when he's I don't remember the last time I've been to Niagara Falls. Actually, I do.
Yeah.
1978 Islanders playoffs. Who was it? Me and Bob Lemming? Just made up a name?
Wait, let's want to play it?
Yes, I do actually want to play it because it's, unreal. Because I do want everyone to realize that story is now.
Last year when I went there, we went on the Canadian side.
1-2 is grounded foul. Well, I haven't been there in so long I can't tell you. Well, I actually can tell you. It was the playoffs with the Islanders in '77, and Bob Lawrence and I took a little trip and we saw the Falls.
Yeah, Meredith Marakovitz and I went last year when we were in Toronto.
Tell it again, John. So
I haven't been there in so long I couldn't tell you.
Messed up at the
Actually,
Falls.
I could tell you.
That story is 43 years old.
Yeah. Oh, Sterling gets high.
That story was 43
Sterling gets
years
so
ago.
high at night.
Yeah. I get it.
You see his hair from back in the day? He kept stuff in that hair.
Oh, my God.
My pride of the Yankees is Gleyber Torres.
Yes. Good pick.
Yeah. Well, they only won
pick.
one game. Davey was the
pick.
offense, so.
I saw you pull on the conductor's train there.
I thought you were going to take him.
Jimmy.
I'll take that guy.
Jimmy. I think I gave it to Hap recently.
Gleyber needed it. And, dude, Gleyber's 100%. Gleyber's numbers,
Yes.
if you wanted to butter knife him, you could make his season look awful.
Oh, yeah.
Because he had 1 4-hit game. And if you take that out, his numbers are already bad right now. They're very bad right now. But if you take that, 4-hit game out. Yikes. So he needs to do this. He got 2 of the 3 games. He got hits. But he got the 3 RBIs. He let it off with the solo home run, which I needed to score first. Needed to score first after the game 2 outing. And then 2 more RBIs later on in the game to break it open from 3-2 to 5-2, which was again, really huge runs for the state of the team right now in any game. Glasses Gleyber. Need him to start feeling himself, getting, he needs to look at Davey and be like, oh my God, I want moxie.
Yeah.
I want some of that. He's younger than me and he's such a badass.
I'm not the young guy anymore. That's actually huge.
He's the young guy now and
That's
he's kind of so cool.
Wow.
Gleyber thinks he's really cool.
Wow. Gleyber not being the baby on the team that's a story.
Yeah.
Wow. That's big.
It's huge.
Jim,
So Gleyber's my pride.
he, in 3 of his at-bats today, think about everything we talked about, the offense sucking for weeks.
Mm-hmm.
3 of his at-bats ended with RBIs today. The home run, double, and then a ground out in the 9th, which is a nice pick by the third baseman that the shortstop ended up getting, whatever.
Deflection play.
4 RBI tonight, 2 for 5. And the home run is important because it's his first on the year. If Gleyber didn't get a home run, that's his second?
Yeah, he went back-to-back with Voit earlier.
That's right. His first one back. I don't know. You just don't want it becoming more of a storyline. The on-base number is high, so up to 345. So Gleyber,
That's good.
stay hot, live hot, be hot. Chili's.
That's kind of your life.
Yeah.
Temperature-wise.
Just giving advice.
That's the worst advice you could give me.
Oh, yeah.
That's awful. All right, moving on.
Moving on up.
You Yankee motherfucker.
What's that noise?
Who are you going with?
What's that noise about?
Who are you going with?
My Yankee MFer. I want to double check. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, it's Adam Ottavino for me.
Put your shoulders up, you fucking...
It's a Bill Burr stand-up skit. Go check it out.
Put your shoulders up, you fucking...
He says worse words after that, if you can believe it. Man, we've been out here defending Otto for a while because the Yankees mistreated him for a little while. They treated him like a righty specialist. We made a lot of Rugi jokes around here. Otto, man. I'll say this. Again, I'll read the stat line again, and this is all I need to say. 0 innings pitched. Technically.
0 plus.
0 plus.
Like when they make it into the 5th inning but don't get an out, they go 3 plus. 0 plus.
4 hits, 2 walks, 6 earned runs. Grand slam to Danny Jansen. I don't know, man. He the one thing I will give him credit for is after the game they interviewed him and he said, "Yeah, that's the worst feeling in the world." So, I don't know. Hey, maybe again with all this rock bottom talk, maybe Otto needed to be fully broken to come back up. But it's tough, man. And dude, you know what? Who gets a partial assist on this in a bad way? K-Ster. K on the broadcast kept saying, like, oh, the bullpen's fresh. They've got it lined up. Chad, Ottavino, Britton, and Chapman. And it's like, dude, Otto hasn't been in the mix all year. Like, if we're being honest.
Yeah, but K on the broadcast isn't K.
Yeah.
Did you hear his rant today?
Yeah.
Like, that's what K thinks.
Right.
I'm sure he doesn't think Otto's part of that bullpen.
Right. But
he's just talking to the Yankees audience.
He was building it to fail, which he gets an assist. Yeah, man, I mean, just as bad as it gets, we pay this guy a lot of money. I mean, I think if I do some turkey math, which maybe I will, I can get a nice number for you guys. But Otto, I mean.
Should I do my droopy rant now?
Tough. Do your droop.
Not really a rant.
Scout Jomboy.
Mound presence and moxie?
Yes.
The Yankees need to start making sure the guys they trade and sign have those.
Yeah.
Sonny Gray. Pineda. Paxton. Ottavino. Are there others that I'm missing? Those are like the biggest ones.
The slumpas.
Just droopy shoulders. Soon as Vlad stole second, you saw Otto just go Charlie Brown sad on us.
Yeah.
The shoulders drop like this, and the face goes like this, and it's like, well, he's out.
Yeah.
Okay. Paxton does the same thing. But Paxton, we've seen him come out of it a couple times. I don't think we've seen Otto come out of it, man.
Like starters, I think in general kind of have a different droop because I go easy on me. This like to not Tank can droop, but starters know like
regular season Tanaka can droop.
They let themselves droop and then they
bounce back.
Yeah. Relief pitchers don't have time to droop.
Relievers don't have time to droop.
Yeah.
They just can't, man. And I don't know. It sounds like bullshit WFA not built for New York. I don't think it's that. It's just like exactly what Boone just said about Davey.
Yeah.
Moxie. It's the reason I liked a lot of pitchers that didn't get results that Yankees fans don't like. Ivan Nova, David Phelps.
Yeah.
They like never really lost themselves on the mound. Like even if they were like still like had that mentality of like fuck you.
Right.
So I'm big on that. I always have been. So I don't know. That was like the only thing I would try to coach my little brother in when I was his little league coach. Like, when you look like that, and everyone sees you looking like that,
right?
Everyone now you've given confidence.
They know
to everyone that's facing you.
They know.
When you don't look like that, they don't know they should be confident because you're not feeling well right now. It's just easy, man.
Yeah.
They keep bringing these guys over. And I like Ottavino. And I do think, like, Ottavino, we need to just, like, keep gassing him up. Like, Otto, that slider is one of the best weapons any pitcher has in their arsenal in all of Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
Like, just throw it with conviction and know that you have fucking dominant stuff. Like, attack guys. And work on the holding runners on, because when Vladdy gets his first Major League stolen base on you, you need to work on holding his.
Yeah, and I think that's when the full droop happened, because they set it up almost perfectly. They were like, yeah, and Ottavino, he's been working on holding runners in spring training. And it's like, oh, there goes Vlad. So have we?
I showed you his face after the second stolen base, and it's crazy. Like, you should have taken him out.
It's the Yankees being Yankees, and I don't want this to be a full-on shot at Ottavino, but the Yankees act like stolen bases are down in Major League Baseball. Teams don't do it more. Well, guess what? When Ottavino's on the mound, teams steal.
Yeah.
I feel like the analytic nerds don't take just little things like that into consideration that are, well, Adam, teams don't steal as much, and sure, he's not as quick to the plate, but whatever. And then every time he's out there, it's a merry-go-round, because other teams look at it as the opposite. Like, this is the one guy we will steal off of. And then you basically shatter the guy's confidence. So, I don't know. Will the Adam Ottavino story could be over for this season? It could be a la Dellin. You and I talked about that. Earn your way back, Otto. And at least, if you can get us out of an inning. We interviewed Randall Grichuk, the Blue Jays outfielder. We put it on this feed the other day. We said, who's the guy you least want to see? Like, personal flavor. Do you not like just seeing Chapman coming in with 101? Do you not like seeing Britton throw bowling balls up there? Like, what don't you like? And he's like, that's probably still got to be Ottavino's slider. So you know what, Vino? Find the axis. Throw it up there confidently. And trust your stuff, dude. So hopefully we can see a little bit of that in the upcoming weeks. Come postseason time, be able to get us out of an inning.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Crazy that's the ask.
Nice. All right, my MFer is Jordan Montgomery.
Okay.
He's not an option for a playoff start.
No.
He's taken himself out of consideration. I was going through the 2017, 2018 Gumby before Tommy John numbers. He was good. I wasn't wrong to like him a lot. He was good. 2017, ERA started with a 3, made like 29 starts. I think 25 of them were like, quality starts. And then 2018, he was looking good. Post Tommy John, weird season, weird buildup. I'll give him a lot of benefit of the doubt going next season.
Yeah.
But he's pitched himself out of being able to start a playoff game. He would have to be lights out in all of his next 3 starts or whatever it is. So that's upsetting because I don't think I don't know if he could ever get himself into a top 3 for playoff.
Right.
But if we were coming to a 7-game set and you needed a 4th starter with a short leash, I think that's where he should be for us, and I don't even think he's there, to be honest.
It's one of those weird things that, I almost got nervous coming into this year with Gumby because I've been tougher on Gumby than you. He's one of the players that you and I we've aligned on, but there may be a 20% difference on what we feel Gumby is. And when I look back at the old stats, and then I saw Gumby pumping 95, I was like, man, I think this big dude might make me eat a little bit of crow. And he still might. He still very much can. This is a weird year, and the speech I'm about to give actually makes me low-key mad, because if the Yankee season does go more awry, we're going to hear this speech a lot. How it was a weird year, blah, blah, blah. For Monty, it does tie in a little more. I mean, Tommy John, everything. Yeah, man, and I mean, the confidence has to be shook. I mean, he doesn't get out of the first inning against Tampa, in which was the original stop the bleeding game, and then he comes into this, and I don't know, man, he doesn't look good. Monty, earn it back. I mean, it's going to be interesting if we do get to the point where the season gets fun again and we start doing playoff roster crunches. 3-game set, 5-game set. It starts getting interesting with who you actually bring. So we'll see, Gumby. Hey, you're going to get a couple more pulls, man. And baseball can change quick. 2 good starts, and we'll like you, and we'll find a long relief role for you come the playoffs. But, I mean, tough to picture him, jumping Davey.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, really tough. That moxie.
Gumby's got a different kind of moxie.
He doesn't have droopy shoulders.
He does. He can't.
But he also doesn't have moxie. He's just kind of in a permanent Gumby state.
Is
just a nonstop all shucks.
Yeah. Gumby.
Don't do your dog voice on him.
Gumby.
It's okay, bud.
Come on.
Regular old awards. Regular old award, Jake. Who you going with?
Oh, God. How about all these daddies and only so many awards to give it? That sounded kind of weird, huh? Jim, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. I'm going with the Hair on Fire award. It needs to be talked about more. Because he's not a guy that I think we would normally... If we had to go through the roster coming into this series and say, hey, Cashman's going to give the boys a speech, who's going to come out and, show a little extra and play hot and bring the intensity? I think if we had to name names, I think there would have been a lot before we got to Hicksy.
Yeah.
And Hicksy came out in that second game. He's going on the bases, walk, hit by pitch, doing his thing. We tend to be a little tougher on Hicksy. He ends up with 5 walks this series. Just ridiculous. And it was funny. I saw some people in my mentions getting in some Hicks Ramon Laureano arguments. And, again, that just turns into my guy versus your guy. In general, the way we talk about Hicks in this podcast, we probably underrate him a little bit. He's a good defensive center fielder. We saw him uncork a throw. I was looking for the StatCast on that. I don't know if we can find that. Because, Hicksy, his arm used to be his biggest threat. Hicksy's getting on base at a 376 clip. That's kind of what we ask him to do. And actually, that was coming into tonight. Did he get better? 377. So the batting average isn't there right now. We'll see what happens again. He feels like a threat. He hit the right-handed home run to start this series. And I don't know. I feel like, generally people aren't happy with where you and I stand on Hicks. He came out, and he's like part of the core of this team. He got the big contract. Hicks is in, and it was really cool to see him show that. Because, again, I think if before the game we had to name guys, if we did a Hair on Fire draft before the game, I think it would have been a while till we got to Hicksy. So that was cool to see.
It was cool. The walk, I'm glad that we know he knows Ty Walker because the walk was weird.
Oh.
Staring at him. They're buddies, I guess,
Came
Jake
at
says.
his neck.
Yeah. Yeah, it came at his neck. Not who you would guess that would do that.
Yeah.
At all. What was the award?
Hair
on
on
Fire award. Okay.
Hair on Fire.
Hair on Fire. My hair's on fire. How about yours?
Stealing second after you get hit by a pitch is the coolest thing you can do.
But then...
Oh, you're an asshole? You just basically gave up a double. Oh.
Mine is...
What's your first award?
The Night and Day Plumbing Award.
Night and Day Plumbing
Not Night
Award.
and Day. Night and Day.
Night and Day.
How would you pronounce this? It's a local Bronx business.
I think it's Night and Day.
Night and Day Plumbing. 4 stars.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Take it.
Night and Day Plumbing Award.
Night and Day Plumbing Award.
You know who gets this?
Who gets this, Jim?
Well, if you need your septic tank emptied,
Ooh.
you call Night and Day Plumbing. and Luis Cessa gets it.
Ooh.
Because cesspool no more. It's been emptied, cleaned out.
Wow.
Nice, fresh tank of septic water. You can drink out of it.
Yeah.
Luis Cessa's been good.
Yeah.
He was good last year. People didn't want to believe it because some of the numbers didn't show it. He's been good this year, guys. He's made 12 outings. And how many have been scoreless? 9 have been scoreless. 1 didn't hurt us at all. Has he given up a lead?
Ooh. Has Rui Cessa given up a lead?
No. He's given up some runs in some games. Not good, but he hasn't really get pitched in opportunities to give up leads. But he's starting to. Because he's been good.
Yeah.
Otto couldn't get out of that inning. They brought Cessa in. He pitched pretty well. And he's got, how many good outings in a row now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 outings in a row without a run. And he's starting to be used in closer games. Like up by 1, they used him. Up by 3 in the 8th, they used him. Down by 3. I don't know, man. If Otto continues to struggle, we've been looking for the new Canely, the new guy that in a 4-run losing effort in the postseason, in a 3-run losing effort where you don't want to burn your good guys, but the starting pitcher needs to come out.
Yeah.
We're still searching. Start believing in Cessa, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, the only counter, and I debated giving this guy my first award. I'm glad I didn't now, but Johnny Holder, you could say a lot of those same things about. It gets overlooked what he did in the first game, 1.2 scoreless, and his numbers on the season now are looking pretty nice. And you're right, Jim. I don't know when it is. We're hoping it's in games that matter because that means the Yankees got to games that matter, but Holder and Cessa have earned, I think, that 4th inning relief spot. If it's the 4th inning and someone's emptied the tank and you need 1 or 2, you're not excited to believe in them, but they've earned it.
Cessa has dropped his 4-seamer significantly. It was 34% of the time. Right now it's 17. So he's made a little change. The slider has upped. He's throwing the slider a ton more. It's his best pitch, so it makes sense. You got to remember, this dude's 4-seamer is pretty fast.
Yeah, he always had stuff. That was part of the frustration.
Where Holder hasn't. But, Cessa's been good. And you know what? If we're having this conversation, Mike King.
Yeah.
First inning Mike King outings has been really good as well.
Yeah.
And if Davey's taken that start and that starting spot and we don't have any more double headers, you pivot Mike King and maybe you start using him as a 1-outing, 2-inning guy, 1 time through the order max.
And that's where I'll save it for the end. Remind me the Mike King part of the speech, but I'll try to find the stats on him real quick because someone did tweet them at me. I don't know. How about first plate appearance against opponents in a game? Batters are hitting 182 off of him. Through his first, 25 pitches, guys hit 222. His first 26 through 50, guys hit 161. He's been really good at the start of the game. If you look at almost all of his appearances, the breakdown comes at the end.
1.64 ERA through innings 1 through 3.
So, man, I'll save the whole spiel for the rest of it. But Mike King can find himself an important role in this team. Yeah, that 2-seamer, man. Holy smokes.
Yeah. It's nice.
I wonder, does that 2-seamer make him good against lefties? Does he have a changeup that goes off of it?
I don't know.
Versus lefties, no. Right now it's the righties. So, hey, we'll get you some righties.
You get some righties?
I got righties.
All right.
Jim, my final regular old award.
So sad that you don't get to keep giving them out, and this is your last one.
I'm giving out the elliptical award.
Okay.
Yes.
Elliptical award. And it goes to Clint Frazier for gliding around in the outfield, looking smooth as butter.
Clean. It does not.
Oh, shit.
Jim.
Just go kill myself.
There's a stereotype that we fell into a couple years ago in Knicks world. I think it's when we were trying to bait you into the Knicks a little bit. Do you remember Pablo Prigioni? Is a foreign guy point guard. He'd come in for 10 minutes, and he'd just hustle hard, and he was old but just in crazy good shape.
No.
Okay. BBD does. There's this guy. He's kind of the standard guy at your gym. And you probably look at him and you're like, I could probably beat that guy in any sport. But, like, that guy's in really good shape. He just crushes that elliptical every day. You see the veins in his arm, kind of creeps you out. Jim, the past couple times we've seen Garrett Cole come out, he hits that 90 pitch mark, and he's kind of been gassed, which has kind of been like somewhat of a major red flag, but we're okay with it. My guy J-Hap comes out and drops a 113 burger.
Wow.
Pumping fastballs for 60% of his pitches, higher. Comes out for the extra batter. Let me see if I can find Cole's. So we did this the other day. Cole, after pitch 100 this year, he's had 9 at-bats. 5 of them have been hits. 2 of them have been home runs. He's gotten touched up, and we've seen him get visibly sad. I mean, I don't know if there's another way to put it, you know? Man, J-Hap, he gave a great start. He deserved an award, and where I wanted to land on it was, I mean, J-Hap is the old guy that, like, don't fool yourself. Like, we kind of pooped on J-Hap. He doesn't have the crazy fastball. He doesn't look like your traditional athlete. Like, if you don't think that dude's in freaky shape, like, he would be the best athlete to come out of your high school. I've been on the Hap train. It got pieced together with gum and sticks for a little bit there. There is a world where he's the Game 3 starter. Jim pitches 76 through 100 this year. Hitters have a 0.00 batting average against him. 11 at-bats. Pitches 100+, 3 at-bats, also 0 hits. So he's seen 14 batters past 75 pitches. He got all of them out,
all
baby.
of them. That's what I'm saying.
So Hap's just got to settle in.
Well, Boone gives him the plan. Hey, there's 5 more guys. Go get him.
Go get him. So I'm happy for the Happer. I'm not going to try to collect any points on him. This is why we didn't trade him in the offseason. And, dude, there is a world, if we start talking fun stuff, where Hap gets the ball Game 3 and it's instant, you get pulled for Davey. You know, that kind of thing happens. So, and the fact that we're talking about that now would probably shock a lot of people. So,
Shock 'em.
Sicko Hap gets the award.
Elliptical award.
The elliptical award. He's in shape.
Heart and hustle.
I think I'd take him on the elliptical versus anybody on the Yankees.
Okay, well, let me think. Because Gardy's a sprinter.
Gardy hates the elliptical.
Not distance guy.
He may have never touched an elliptical.
Oh, yeah.
He runs on the earth.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, who else could be on there? Wade, another sprinter dude, not long distance.
I could see Wade enjoying the elliptical.
Wade peacocks after like a little bit and then gasses out.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we got to go to the bullpen. I can see Heller being like a Band-Aids on the nipples.
Heller doesn't count, dude.
Oh, okay.
Heller's like off the team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Wow.
Jim's not happy about that.
No.
Tank's got enough heart to give him a battle on it, but Hap's got him.
Like Britain may have him.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Britain's got too much Texas in him.
My next award.
Your next and final award.
My next and final award.
For today.
For this episode.
It's close.
Is going to, like, this guy always gets awards. Well, you didn't give this guy an award.
This was tough, man. This was a sneaky award up.
You gave him an award last time.
Okay.
but I think he deserves one this time.
I think so too. Almost did. What about the night? Ooh, Chad screams elliptical, yeah.
What about the night? Makes you more.
Him and Hap on dueling ellipticals looking right at each other.
I'm going to give the Jake Storielli Award.
Brian Cashman. This award means something different to him.
Yes.
Yeah.
It goes to Miguel Andujar.
Yes.
Now, I said I had the plan correct.
Yeah.
Winning 2, losing 2, winning 1. You gave me credit for getting it correct.
Absolutely.
Time for you to get some credit on Andujar. You said, even before the Gio injury, you said bring him up and just hit him every day. And let's see what happens.
The DH spot is available.
Ford ain't taking it.
No.
Talkman ain't taking it. Just bring him up and hit him every day. Well, Jake, in the month of September, since he got called back up, not counting today's game because I don't have the stats in front of me, and he went 0 for 5, so they probably kill him anyway.
So eat bugs.
421 batting average in the 6 games he played, 476 on base percentage, 8 hits with only 1 hitless game. Now, the game today, he went 0 for 5, so all of these will come back, but they'll still be good. What's this? Well, that's not, you're not going to have a September average. You're going to have the whole season. Well, I can do it. It's 8 for 24.
24. That's still solid.
333 batting average, even with the 0 for 5 today. And he's getting everyday run like you wanted him to.
Yeah.
And you said he hadn't gotten back-to-back games with more than 2 at-bats in over a year.
Yeah.
Well, he finally got him, man. He started 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games in a row now. And we're starting to see Andujar. Bloops it to right. Puts it down the line. Shoots the gap for the double. Just putting bat to ball. You know?
Helicopter double to right was nice. Barreled it down the line to right field. And then he hit the Andujar homer to left center. Like that's what Miguel Andujar looks like. And
how many times do you think he struck out in those?
Ooh.
So I'm doing just since he got called back up, right?
Since the return.
It's 26 plate appearances. How many strikeouts do you think he has in 26 plate appearances since the return?
2.
On the money, Jake.
I watch.
Correct Amundo. 2 strikeouts. Bat to ball is his skill set.
Yeah.
So we're starting to see his offensive skill set come back. You called for this when not a lot of people were at all.
Got some critique for it.
Yeah.
From the analytical
community. A bunch of other things. Cashman called you ugly.
Yeah.
You're getting critiques left and right.
Man.
Yeah.
That stunk.
It was weird because he went down the line and complimented everyone else.
Hyped everyone else up.
Yeah, you're not traditionally
But I think
attractive.
what he did, he knew I could take it.
Yes.
And the other guys were like, holy smokes, Cash hyped me.
Yes, that's what it was because you can't, Cash can't walk around the room and give compliments to everyone because if you compliment everyone, you compliment no one.
And that's what everyone says. They're like, yeah, man, no, I'm feeling pretty good. And dude, like, did you see Jake get roasted?
Yeah. And you can tell Cash is being honest because I think that about Jake too.
He got killed.
Anyway, Andujar's looking good. And he's been hitting the ball, so good for him.
Do you want to get into some real-ish for a minute?
Sure.
Clint didn't get an award. Clint played really well.
I gave him the elliptical award.
Okay. So Clint kind of got talked about.
He looks great. Looks great.
DJs, he had a couple. He had a mini DJ LeMahieu slump, which means like he didn't have 2-hit games.
Yeah.
Voit was looking like he was trying to do a little too much. He ends with an RBI single. Even coming into the series, he had the home run in the first game. Who else in the lineup? Gardy barreled some, but still nothing. Gary's a disaster. T-Wade, yeah.
Oh, I am upset with them for playing Gary. They should have benched him for this whole series. Because what did he do? They're like, he worked with Marcus Timms. He's in between the fastball and the curveball. It was 2 days. I think he got benched for 2 days. Like, you needed to give him like a full breather.
Yeah. I will say this.
And bring him back against the Orioles at Yankee Stadium. I think they mishandled that, in my opinion. They should have kept him benched for 2 more days.
We were joking on this in the pregame show, and if you like getting silly, join us there. I mean, he catches Davey today, and it's good, so like we can get rid of anything there.
That was really bizarre.
Yeah. Trying to see Zach Britton look good. Chapman had a nice performance today. Chad, you let us down. Come back. Look good. Okay. Clark Schmidt had an inning at the end of the disaster game. No earned runs. So he's got a clean inning under him.
Nice.
Jim, you mentioned Ben Heller.
Ben Heller.
And you and I kind of had a moment of like, whoa, when we were going through the pitching path to victories in this game. The pitching is kind of set. Like, minus Loizaga, hopefully coming back.
BBD, any news on his ailment?
Whose ailment?
Loizaga.
You were the only one to diagnose it.
You got to look at him,
I haven't heard anything.
and we don't know what it is at all. So
appendicitis.
They said it got better.
That was the guess I threw out there.
Which was the weirdest thing in the world. They said it got better, but they won't say anything about it. So we'll see what that is.
Maybe he's got some rust bucket.
And maybe there's some Paxton. But, Jim, the pitching staff, we talked about, bad arms and guys we don't want to see, and we've seen some Miggy Yahoos, Albert Abreu's, Krisky. The pitching's set. I mean, the quote-unquote worst guy in there right now is probably Nick Nelson, who he's got exciting stuff. But, then it's King, it's Clark, and I just think we kind of ignored it when we were going through this losing streak. But, how many episodes did we ask for Clark Schmidt? He's on the team. Davey Garcia's here. He's doing really well. The pitching is kind of a line minus Monty, and depending how he does, and if Paxton could maybe get anything going, and Johnny Loizaga, maybe that goes into Nick Nelson, there's not a ton of slop right now. And they said they're going to be taking things pretty seriously. Stanton and Judge, we'll see what's going on. Would obviously like a couple more productive at-bats in the lineup. And then the only conversation that would really spring from that is, what do you do with Andujar? Because if Stanton's up, he's DHing. Gio Urshela is supposed to be coming back. So that's why I'm kind of getting excited that, I don't know, man. You look at this team right now, and Cashman gives his silly speech, but, this is what Cash wanted it to look like.
Yeah, I mean, they just got to perform.
Yeah.
What's the upcoming series, BBD? What the pitching? Cole, Tanaka,
Gumby,
Hap versus Baltimore.
Sounds right.
Well, what would that line up Toronto for?
Davey,
Cole, Tanaka. Ooh la la. Okay, that's cool. Cole needs to win tomorrow. I still think that they'll split with the Orioles. They'll lose the Monty start.
Monty's going to show miles and miles of heart.
Shit, man.
Miles and miles of heart.
I don't want them to lose the Cole or Tanaka start, and those are the first two pitchers. Fuck. I think I'd rather them lose the Tanaka start. The Cole needs to get a win.
Discotheque. Yeah.
And you need to get 2 wins in a row. That's the most important thing right now. You can split this Orioles series. You need to win the Cole start.
I think we've said it the past 3 Cole starts in a row. This is a big one.
But he looked good versus the Orioles.
He looked great. He looked dominant, and maybe even I'm saying with these options in the bullpen, if Cole's got 6 good ones through 95 bullets, maybe this one is fine to let that be it.
They need to do a surprise Stan comeback.
I like it.
Get him 2 games against Baltimore before he goes to Toronto, which is the series that really matters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I like that. I like that as being a nice little Yankees trick up the sleeve, because they're both working out at the stadium, right?
They're there. They're running in so many directions.
And one day, 40, you're not getting dressed today.
And it stands just DHing.
Right.
Which, what the hell else does he need to do?
Yeah.
Just Like, wouldn't you rather Stanton come back, be able to hit, take it base to base on the base paths? But at least you get that bump, you get that edge. Stanton's back in the lineup. That lengthens a lot of stuff.
Stanton sneak return.
I think
I'm in on it.
I'd do it. He seems ready.
We stumbled into the Clark weekend pretty well. We had that lined up.
Yeah.
Like it's now or never. Mm-hmm. And I totally, dude, I got actually mad that I forgot. Cashman named him the weekend before when they were lining up the double headers. And Cashman wouldn't just throw his name out there if he wasn't coming up. So now Clark's here. I like a Stanton sneak return.
Yeah, me too.
I like that.
Do it.
BBD likes it too.
Rum and Coke. Do it.
Do it.
All right, BBD, who's your final award? Out of me or Jake or your
About
options?
it.
Ooh. Jake.
You already heard about the Jake Award, yeah.
Who wins the Jake Award?
You.
Oh, you got.
No, you did. Yeah, no, you certainly did.
Tough ep.
Yeah.
No, it's a bad award.
Yeah,
So
I know.
basically, you both lose.
Oh, you want to win an award either way. You just want to be talked about. That's what Darren Ravel says. He's a booger eater. Okay.
Okay.
Yankees win. Last thought? Jake had one last thought.
This article I just read said Gio's eligible for Saturday.
I thought we did the math on this.
I thought so too. This is from NJ.com. Randy Miller.
He played on the 2nd. So that's 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. And then he can come back on the 13th, which is when?
I guess if you do the day before, if he was put on the IL that day.
But he
He's
played
put
that
on
day.
after the game.
If you're put on after the game, I don't know.
I don't know how that works.
This says he's
12th
eligible
is
this Saturday. Maybe a G day.
The 12th is Saturday?
Yeah.
So it counts, because didn't he play on the 2nd?
But I guess if you put on, I don't know. I don't know all the rules. I'm just going off this article.
That would seem weird, but fine, I guess.
It's that or Sunday, I guess.
Wait, he played on the 3rd.
Urshela was feeling a lot better pretty quickly, aggravating his elbow for a ball September 3rd. Was there a double header? Do double headers count as different?
No, it was a 10-inning game. So he played on the 3rd.
So 10-day.
Randy Miller, you told me, man.
So that would, I don't get that at all. That would mean the 14th.
G-Day Saturday.
Whatever.
Saturday doesn't make sense to me at all.
It doesn't, but let's get excited for something.
Okay. All right. Thank you guys very much. Love you with all our hearts. Go Yanks. Tell them Grams.
Go Yankees.